Have you ever had an annoying voice in your head that controls what you say during a conversation? Has this annoying voice restricted you from saying some things that you wanted to say? Hi, I am Bryan, and I believe that overcoming anxiety will lead to a more fun and relaxing life. This little voice in the back of our mind is part of social anxiety. Most of us have this voice speak to us at one time or another. This voice may cause us to act in a way that we don't want to. It may hold us back from saying certain things because we are worried about making a bad impression. In some ways, this voice can be good for us. It can help us prepare for a presentation better since we'll put more effort into our work. It also keeps us from saying things that will offend others, but most of the time, it is an annoying little voice that nags and distracts us. We try to ignore it, but it just keeps getting louder. This can also happen when we're presenting in front of people. I may even be hearing this voice right now. The voice in our head tells us to do certain things we may not like so that we can keep a good impression. No one wants to look dumb. People want to look smart. An example is when we're talking to someone, but there's an awkward pause in the conversation. We don't want to say anything that will make us look dumb, so we say nothing instead. I have a fear of presenting in front of groups, and I'm always a little self-conscious around some people, especially strangers. One time, I decided to not participate in a baseball demonstration because of my anxiety. Despite my dad constantly encouraging me to participate, I hid in the back, refusing to step up and play an active role in the demonstration. By not participating, I didn't get to learn anything that I could have learned. I missed out on an opportunity to learn something new because I didn't want to embarrass myself by messing up in front of all the parents and coaches. In the lesson Brianna has read for us, Peter and John got arrested. They were allowed to leave after being threatened by the chief priest who arrested them. Peter and John told the Christian believers about what the chief priest said. Then, Peter, John, and the Christians prayed to get God's help and asked for courage. Even though they were arrested and threatened, they didn't panic or worry about what might happen to them. Instead, they asked God to help them through the hard times. Sometimes we just need something to help us get through a time when we are feeling anxiety. This may be a simple prayer, a trusted person, or focusing on positive thoughts. These strategies may comfort us and give us confidence that we didn't have before. A great trick is to think of a previous time when we had a positive experience doing what we were anxious about, like a time we made a great baseball play or gave a good presentation to take the edge off our fear. Anxiety isn't all bad. It can actually help us in some cases. Once, I was doing a scene for a play during 6th grade. I had a paragraph I needed to memorize and perform. I put a lot of effort into practicing and memorizing lines because I wanted to make a good impression. My anxiety pushed me into putting a lot of effort into the preparation. Just before the performance, I was very nervous, and I can remember my hands were pretty sweaty. I got on stage trying to conceal my nervousness by playing it cool. When it was time for me to speak, I concentrated on my lines, and I said every line without stuttering. Because of my anxiety, I worked hard so not to embarrass myself, and I did a good job. Overcoming our social anxiety will allow us to quiet this annoying voice in our head. It will also allow us to have more smooth conversations with other people without having to worry about making a good or bad impression. Also, presenting in front of huge crowds will come more naturally, and let's face it, we'll have to present in front of audiences whether we like it or not. In fact, most of you still have your 8th grade chapel talks ahead to look forward to. A great way of overcoming social anxiety is by having the right mindset. Instead of ignoring this voice in our heads, we should try to face it and quiet it. If we ignore it, then it will keep on growing louder, whether we like it or not. We shouldn't doubt ourselves, and instead we should encourage ourselves. Many people have social anxiety, some of us more than others. If we can lessen our worries about how others perceive us, we will have more great, easy conversations and become excellent public speakers. Thank you.